Hey, welcome! Our digital world is pretty incredible, right? But let's be honest, it can also feel like this giant, confusing maze. Every single click is a new path. Some lead to awesome stuff, but others? They can lead straight to misinformation and scams. So today, we're going to build your compass for that maze. Let's dive in.
All right, to get us started, I've got a really simple question for you. Just take a look at these two posts. Which one do you think is the real deal?
Okay, so on the left, we've got a student innovation showcase. And on the right, urgent free student party. So which one is it? If you guessed the one on the left, you are absolutely right. But the real question is, why? Let's break down the clues, because they're super important. The fake one screams fake, right? It's got that urgent, all-caps language, an offer that's just way too good to be true. I mean, free iPads, and a super sketchy Bitly link. The real one, though, it's professional, the tone is calm, and it links directly to the university's website. Being able to spot these little details, that's your first step to staying safe out there. And that skill, that ability to tell what's real from what's fake, that's exactly what brings us to our first section. We're calling it Welcome to the Digital Maze, because that's what it is, right? We're going to learn how to separate the facts from the fiction in a world where, let's face it, pretty much anyone can post anything they want. So you might be asking, okay, how do I actually build that skill? Well, the answer is a concept called digital literacy. And I know, it might sound like just another buzzword, but trust me, it's not. Think of it as the essential compass you absolutely need to find your way through all the online noise. So what is it exactly? Well, UNESCO has a pretty solid definition. They say it's a whole collection of skills. It's not just about, being able to find something on Google. It's about what you do next. It's managing it, understanding it, and this is the big one, evaluating it. You got to figure out if you can actually trust it before you go and use it, or even worse, share it. And this is a super important point to get. A lot of people mix this up. See, having computer skills is one thing. That means you know how to type or use a specific piece of software. But digital literacy, that's totally different. It's all about the thinking that happens before you click. It's that little voice in your head asking, wait a minute, who made this? Why did they make it? And can I actually trust what it's saying? It's basically critical thinking, but for the internet. Okay, so we can actually break this whole idea down into four main parts. First up, you've got information literacy. Think of this as being a good online detective. You're finding and checking out data. Then there's media literacy. This is all about understanding things like videos and social media posts and spotting how they might be trying to influence you. Next, communication literacy. Pretty simple. It's about being a good digital citizen, interacting with others online in a responsible way. And last but not least, ethical and security. This is the part about keeping yourself and your personal info safe. All right, that's the theory. But how do you actually use this stuff day to day? Well, I've got an amazing practical tool for you. It's from Merriam Library, and yes, it's called the CRAP test. It's easy to remember, right? Before you trust anything you find online, just run it through this quick test. Ask yourself, is it current? Is it relevant? Who's the authority behind it? Is it accurate? And what's its purpose? Just asking those 5 questions can be a total game changer, and it'll save you from so much misinformation. And honestly, with AI now creating stuff that looks super legit, this checklist is more important than ever.
Okay, let's switch gears a bit because all of this, it connects directly to the biggest game changer in our digital world right now, AI. So is AI a superpowered new study buddy, or is it something we need to be wary of? The truth is, this tool is changing absolutely everything, which means our digital literacy skills just became 10 times more important.
So, first things first, let's get on the same page about what we even mean by AI. The OECD has a simple definition. It's basically computer systems that can do tasks that normally need a human brain. Things like learning, reasoning, even creating stuff. We're talking about tools like ChatGPT or Gemini that you've probably heard of. And this is where things get really exciting. Because when you use it the right way, AI can be an unbelievable tool for learning. Seriously, you can ask it to be your personal tutor, like, hey, explain the Krebs cycle to me like I'm 10 years old. Or you can turn it into a study buddy. Quiz me on the main themes in Hamlet. It can even be a writing assistant to help you brainstorm. And that's the key. It helps you brainstorm. It doesn't write for you. You can even get super creative with it, like asking it to act as a character from a book.
But here's the catch. How you ask it is everything. A lazy, simple prompt like, write an essay about the Civil War, that's just going to give you some generic, probably plagiarized junk that doesn't help you learn a thing. Now look at a good prompt. It's specific. Act as a history professor and give me an outline. See the difference? This doesn't do the work for you. It gives you a roadmap, a structure, so you can do the work better. The takeaway here is huge. You have to be the director of the AI, not just the passive consumer.
Okay, but with all this incredible power comes, you guessed it, a pretty big responsibility. You know how powerful tools always have a warning label? Well, AI is no different. We absolutely have to understand the risks before we dive in.
So here are the big 4 things you really need to watch out for. First, something called hallucinations. This is a wild one. It's when an AI just makes stuff up. It'll invent facts, sources, data, and sound super confident about it. So you always have to verify what it tells you. Second is bias. AI learns from the internet, and the internet has a lot of human bias on it. So naturally, the AI can sometimes reflect those biases back at us. It's just something to keep in mind. Third, privacy. This one's simple but crucial. Do not paste personal or confidential info into these things. They store your conversations. And finally, over-reliance. If you lean on it too much, it's like a muscle you stop using. Your own critical thinking skills can get weaker.
Which brings us to probably the most important question of all. How do we use AI as a helpful tool without letting it become a crutch? How do we get all the cool benefits while still, being honest and maintaining our academic integrity?
The line between using it as a tool and cheating is actually pretty clear. It's cheating if you just copy and paste what it gives you and pass it off as your own work. Full stop. It's also cheating if it goes against your instructors or your university's rules. But it's an amazing tool if you use it to brainstorm ideas, or to double-check your grammar, or even to summarize a really dense article just so you can understand it better. See the theme? It's all about assisting your own thinking, not replacing it.
And that leads me to the golden rule. If you remember only one thing from this whole explainer, let it be this. Always check your university's policy and check your instructor's specific policy on using AI. Seriously, the rules can be completely different from one class to another. And if you're ever not sure, just ask. Being open and transparent about it is always the right move.
All right, so let's wrap this all up with a quick toolkit you can take with you. Number 1, digital literacy is the foundation for everything else. You need it to use AI well. Number 2, AI is a tool, not a crutch. Use it to help you think, not to think for you. Number 3, be critical. Always question, always verify what AI spits out. And number 4, be ethical. Know the rules and be transparent about how you're using these tools.
I want to leave you with this quote from an organization called JISC, because I think it just hits the nail on the head. It says, digital literacy isn't just about using technology. It's about thinking critically, acting responsibly, and learning continuously. And that right there is the whole point. It's a mindset, not just a set of skills.
And that really leads to one last huge question I want to leave you with. Think about it. In, say, 2030, when AI is just everywhere, woven into everything we do, what will being educated actually mean then? It's something to really chew on, isn't it? Thanks so much for joining me.